One.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to
There he is.
BattleComm Unity. I am your host, Paul. Tonight with me, we've got a few guests. We've got, as usual, Henny.
Howdy,
We
folks.
got Joe. And we got Andrew from the Fochts group, who does a lot of volunteer work with us. And, of course, last but not least, all the way down in Oklahoma, Mr. Tuck.
Yo. Hey, what's up? But not for long.
Coming to a theater near us, the man,
That's
the
right.
myth, the unintentional Sasquatch impersonator,
What?
Mr. Tuckdavian.
That's right.
We weren't quite sure if he was going to be able to join us for the stream tonight, guys, because we are doing our Canadian Thanksgiving Spectacular, and when we told Tuck to show up for our Thanksgiving show, he thought we were doing this in a month. So he's a little bit short noticed here, guys. Bear with him and us, okay?
So, yeah, of course, it is Thanksgiving. For those of you that weren't with us on Friday night when we talked about it up here in Canada, everybody's having their Dirty Bird or Jade Falcon cooked well and
Nice.
having good time with family. So, for all our Canadian viewers, again, happy Thanksgiving. For our American viewers and across Europe, I guess, you're going to have to wait a little bit and have your big shopping weekend like you guys will have down there as normal, Tuck. With that said, we will go over a few things here. Tuck, we'll start with you real quick. What do you got coming up other than the obvious that we've talked about a few times?
We just actually sat down for a fantastic 30-minute interview with Robert Ashe and former Southern Assault champion Carrie Jo Patton. We're talking about Southern Assault 4, talking about all the stuff that's going on up there. And then once we get done with the Anime North Halloween party that we're doing up there with you, I'm actually going to go down south and hit up Southern Assault in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where we'll be doing a whole lot more stuff. They'll have 3 big days of Alpha Strike, a free play day, and then 2 days of the tournament out there. So we're going to be getting a lot of interviews, going to be doing a lot of filming, getting a lot of footage out there. I've never been, so I'm looking very forward to checking that out.
So we're going to coach you up real good when you get here because
Good.
you're going to be repping Fox Network and Six Sides of Gaming at Southern Assault. We will not accept anything less than a top 5 placing. Okay, so
That's fair.
we are going to coach you up good. We're going to coach you up good,
All right.
and we're going to make sure that you are prepared. If anything, you got to finish ahead of Justin Hall, Justin the Arm Painter. Okay,
No.
Okay.
That is first and foremost. Okay, you have to beat him.
I love you, Justin.
If you don't, cone of shame for 1 week.
Tuck, your mission,
Ah.
if he is present, I need you to bump off Alaric Kerensky so that we can stop saying his name on stream.
Is
right.
Alaric taking part?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
He's won the last couple of major tournaments out
But
there.
those
so
are for
I'm waiting.
classic.
Yeah,
Those
so
are
I'm
classic
waiting to
ones,
see
right?
if he shows up for Southern Assault, which I believe is more Alpha Strike based. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from what I understand.
All right. Is that all you had going on, Tuck? I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're good. After Southern Assault, I'm going to come home and we're going to do a bunch of stuff. Like I say, I got a bunch of stuff in the pipe. I got a new presentation right now on Line of Sight, how to make it work for you. The patrons are looking at that right now, but I'll have that out first thing I put out after I leave up to come see you guys. But the other thing that you and I had talked about a little while ago that I'm super excited about is y'all are going to help me film that How Big is a Hex video, which we're going to do
Yeah,
the
I'm looking
aerial
forward to
filming.
that.
And
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how the math nerd inside me is excited to do this.
So we are going to do this in my dad's backyard is what we're going to do. It has a water terrain feature in there. So
Yeah.
we should be pretty cool with that. The backyard is quite large because it is in a rural area. We'll make sure to have a few beers and tape off that giant hex and fit as much stuff as we can inside it. All right, Joe, Henny, Joe, what do we got going on for today? What are our topics of discussion?
All right, well, it is Canadian Thanksgiving, so we're roasting a turkina. This was originally going to be a bit of a bachawl. One of our guys here, Andrew, challenged Joe, our plastic surgeon, if you will, to a bachawl for some of the pieces of his spare parts bin. He was a filthy stravag and bid a supernova, meaning 15 mechs and 75 elementals,
15 clan mechs.
against Joe's single periphery company. Since we thought that was a little bit cheap against the Peripherats, I mocked him viciously, and he assented to doing it with a Supernova mech instead of a Supernova of mechs. However, we did decide also that it's going to be a Turkina in the Thanksgiving theme. With that said, we're going to do that between now and American Thanksgiving so that we can run that with Tuck on Battlebound in Classic in a format he's a little more used to.
And where the
What we are
Turkina
going to
is
do
so
here
much
tonight,
scarier.
though, is we are going to be dumbfiring at this Turkina, and it's going to fire back at us in the hopes that we will, successfully roast our bird by the end of the night. Over the course of the evening, we're going to talk about what units in the KS we are most thankful for instead of picking a mech pack like we have been lately. We'll go back and forth on each other's picks as well, and then we'll fire off a round at the Turkina when we're done.
For those of you wondering what Henny was doing there, I've warned Henny about this a few times. Scratching your claws on the game mat is not permitted. We will have to deal with this at a later date, but outside of that, we are.
I'm sorry, guys. He took the scratching post out of my cell. I have nowhere else to do it.
There we go. All right.
Oh my God.
Where are we leading with here?
So I'm gonna give my question of the day. It's gonna be a two-parter today, and in honor of the Turkina, because this is gonna possibly take some time for people to answer, at least the second part. The Turkina is named for a semi-mythical Jade Falcon sighted in the Jade Turkey Remembrance. Who was the owner / master of Turkina, for which it is named?
That's a good one.
I wish you luck.
All right, let's fire off. Who's leading the charge here with their I'm thankful?
Well, I might as well get the easy stuff out of the way because they allowed me to. I'm very thankful that they allowed me to pop off about the Heavy Recon Lance a couple of weeks ago because it happened to have the Merlin and the Ostrock, two mechs that I've been waiting for a long time. I'm the periphery rep. We've been over this already. I'm thankful I'm finally able to bring them out and paint. That's really all is to say about those two mechs that hasn't already been said. But I've got my Merlin on the table, among other things. I'm very happy that it's the first of probably 5 I'm going to be painting. Yeah, that's. I mean, my answer's easy. There's also my the Behemoth tank that we can talk about in a little bit once we go through some of the others.
Yeah, absolutely. We can talk about the Behemoth. I think that's a great selection. I know how kind of tickled you were to have it in the periphery, that you got to have something that big and scary, even if it has the mobility of a glacier. Anyway, when it comes to what I'm thankful for, I mean, other than, meeting the Fox crew and getting into this game and the friends I've made through that, we've got a couple things that came out of the KS that I really am glad to have on the field. The Dervish is probably my favorite out of the things that came out. It's a fast fire support unit. It is one of the most workhorse mechs in the Inner Sphere, to the point where it proliferated out. They found it in the forces of Nueva Castile, where it's been sitting for hundreds of years since it left on Star League expeditions. The Dervish is really an excellent fire support unit. It's one of the most mobile. It was founded by the Lyrians. It proliferated into the SLDF. It's generally most associated with House Davian because by the end of the Third Succession War, they were the only ones still able to produce new versions of it. Everybody else was down to just making spare parts for the ones they had. That obviously changes once the clan invasion comes around and things become more numerous post-Helm. The other thing I am a huge fan of, and I know Paul was really happy to see because he's a combined arms junkie, is the Maxim. It's just a fast, really well durable armed hover carrier that is basically a hover tank in its own right. It's got a lot of mobility. It has a ton of staying power with the armor that it has to bear, and a pretty decent amount of firepower. It's got a reasonable amount of battle armor capacity in the later eras in 3052, where it has both its own factory variant and the in-the-field design variant, which is honestly, as most things are when an actual mechanic deals with them instead of just an engineering team, in theory, turns out a little better than the factory version. It can drop a squad of battle armor at that point. Before that, it's more used for conventional infantry. That said, this thing is extremely well designed to provide support for its own infantry team.
Awesome. All right, Tuck, what are you thankful for?
Well, I was just talking to Henny earlier about the Manticore, but the Manticore is just my absolute favorite heavy tank, and I think the first top 5 I picked was like literally all tanks. And I'm also an Inner Sphere guy, so I didn't pick any clan units, but like here in town, we call the Manticore something else, and it's just because it's out there screwing everybody. And it's one of those things, it's got this perfect balance of weapons. It can take like 20 to 40 damage on almost every side. It can shoot all this stuff without any heat every turn because it's a tank. 4/6. I mean, this thing is just a stinking powerhouse. Like, that's one of my all-time favorites. The Pegasus is right behind that, obviously, because of Banquo and all that stuff. But I just love the speed. I love hover tanks in general, so those are my picks.
All right, and that is 1 hit apiece into the Turkina from the Dervish and the Manticore. So we're starting the cooking, or sorry, from the Dervish and the Maxim. We're starting the cooking process well.
All right.
Tuck, I'm going to fire. Would you like to fire your own?
Yeah, in fact, I happen to have my battle bag right here because I'm packed.
All right.
Oh,
So
should I go back to the? I should go back to the circle of friends.
yeah. So we are skill 4 gunnery.
Okay.
We're going to be short range. I don't see anything out in the open. So how much is your Manticore doing at short?
I want to say 3 at short, but let me just double check that for you.
Yep, that's correct. If it's the standard
Yeah,
version.
that's what I thought. Standard Manticore, yeah.
332.
I get 3 rolls. Okay, here we go. So what's the number I need?
You are a skill 4. You are
4.
at short range. The Turkina is terribly immobile, so it goes for 1. So
0D.
we're hitting on 5s.
5. First one is a hit on 6. Second is a reroll because it fell off the thing.
I'm assuming the reason
Hit on
that
6.
Oop.
Hit on 8.
All
Sweet.
right, so that's 3 off of the Turkina. Maybe we're going to do this at medium range, or our bird's going to be done way too soon.
I mean, we
I don't want it overcooked.
we already did tie its legs together and put a bunch of bread in the cockpit, so yeah.
How's it gaining 1 of 8?
Those were the ammo racks that we stuffed, not the cockpit, but okay. We have to keep some room to put a jade turkey in there.
Maybe I don't know the anatomy of an actual turkey. Let's,
It's okay. We haven't even got a chance to turn our fire starter onto it to see if we can really get it heating up.
All
Hey,
right.
get the broiler
So
started.
Andrew, the newest victim here. He's done a couple of streams with us on Friday Night Aces.
Yep.
So Andrew, we'll put you on the spot. We want to know what you are thankful for from the BattleTech Kickstarter this year.
Well, I would have gone for a sappy answer like Joe, but for me, it's quite honestly the objectives pack. What is it? Long-term artillery piece and the ammo carriage, the mash truck, and the what's it? HQ command vehicle. That's just all.
Mobile headquarters.
Yeah, mobile headquarters. Like 3 separate scenarios in a box that kind of writes itself. And I also like that it points towards TAC Ops rules. But that's me being weird.
No, that's true. That's unfortunately we can't gift you many shots on the Turkina with those. But
no, we'll give him shots from the skulker that we threw on the table as a random thing.
okay.
And we'll give him shots from the from the fire starter. But I'm also going to be really nice, Andrew. Here's a pair of dice.
Okay.
If you can hit this on boxcars, you do 5 damage from your long-tom artillery piece.
Oh, snap.
Well, I tried.
You did not.
He got halfway there. You got a pair of 3s.
Based on the drift, I think he may have just nuked his own fire starter, but we won't go into that.
Oh god, it hit the laptop.
All right, do your fire starter.
All right, Andrew, you're up there, buddy.
Great. Well, click clack.
All right, I see 2 hits from the fire starter.
Do we do roll a separate dice for
Uh-oh.
heat?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Are we worried? I almost just stupidly asked if we're worried about overcooking the Turkina.
Well, yeah.
All right, which is pretty much what we're trying to do.
I
so,
know.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we got that wrapped up there.
Yeah, we'll
All right,
move
cool.
on.
So myself, for the Mercenaries Kickstarter, I don't think there's a mech in particular or a vehicle in particular that I am most thankful for. What I am thankful for is seeing vehicles in plastic that are readily and easily accessible to the entire community, so it can encourage combined arms play as more common thing as opposed to just years and years and years of traditional mech on mech combat for casual to moderately non-casual players, right? So seeing all the vehicles, whether it's the Skulker, whether it's the Behemoth, whether it's whatever tanky, the helicopters, the VTOLs and Warriors, I think this is a good thing for the game. It puts it into a space where not only from an Alpha Strike perspective and a classic perspective, where it can mimic some of the things that other games out there that are competitors for BattleTech will scratch the itch or check the box that those games also have, and it takes it away just from the niche core of mech-on-mech combat. It also gives a whole layer of tactical depth to the game that a lot of people have never experienced before, because when it's easier for Tuck, being in the United States, to get access to Iron Wind Metals miniatures over the last 20 years or so. In Canada, yes, we have a couple of stores that may or may not carry them. Otherwise, we're ordering them from the United States. Whether it's Fortress Miniatures and Games or Ares or for the CGL, or it's not CGL, from Iron Wind Metals directly. And, those things take time. They cost additional money. There's the exchange rate. There's all those fun things. So that in and of itself, for a long time, discouraged people from getting full on into the all 3 and 4 phases of the game. So having this out there in box sets, readily accessible across the world, is a fantastic thing. And on top of it, they're all in scale with each other. They all look cool with up-to-date art and design. The only thing we're missing is infantry. Hopefully one day we get some in some capacity that's not battle armor. One step at a time. We got lots of very cool things that have been, pre-released, for with the spreadsheets at Krensky Con last year. So we have things to look forward to. We saw that there was, power armor and more tanks for the clans in there. We saw that there was machine gun nestles. All these cool things that add layers to the game that we all love are coming. And, of course, BattleTech Aces is becoming at some point too. So, there's that on top of it. And, there's more and more and more. Plus, all this stuff is going to be hitting retail after Kickstarter delivery. And, I'm excited for that. If there's anything else, any guys you want to follow up on with that, go for it.
I'm really happy, like we've discussed, to have kind of the GM play pieces, the same as Andrew mentioned. I don't just think that's the objective packs. I also think that's having things like the Skulker and like the Warrior VTOL that you were mentioned. I will get you to roll your dice there, 1 each on 7s. Do we get it?
One hit.
That's 1 hit from the Warrior. All right, Warrior VTOL. So we got the Turkina down to about half armor. So I think our turkey's about halfway through being cooked. Also, Tuck, you forgot to roll your Pegasus. So I need 2 more sets of hits out of you, or possibly
Not
one
a
more
problem.
set of
Here
hits on 7
Here we go.
this time.
No, I have a 6, so that's a miss. And this one fell off the table. 1 second, and we are looking at 6 again. Sorry.
All right. No, our Fox rule, as Tuck just kind of described, that we use at all cons, that I think is a great idea to adopt at the tables. Anytime that you miss the dice tray, miss the table, re-roll both dice in the dice tray, just so your opponent gets your rules, and it is fair.
This, of course, being terrible for Henny because he has trouble hitting the dice tray.
Yes.
This is absolutely a thing. We have games. There was one in particular where I got successively worse. I had 3 chances to land a shot on a 4. My first shot missed the mech. My second shot missed the dice tray. My third shot actually missed the table and bounced off of my buddy Eric. So, Goose, if you're at home, that was the Goose we almost cooked that night. Just wanted to say hello to you. Also, B, thank you for coming out and joining us, because you are usually one of the first in the stream, and I love seeing that. Also, hi, Beskar.
I
see you exist.
See you, Beskar.
I
see you. I hope you're having fun there at the wrap-up of PAX Australia, or whatever it's called. PAX Down Under, PAX.
Oh, snap.
PAX at the penal colony, PAX.
Oh my
PAX
God.
somewhere. PAX in Australia. He's if those not aware, Beskar had the shirtless Alaric picture blown up into posters, and he actually gave one to Randall, who's there at PAX in Australia, and had it signed. And yeah, that's Beskar. In other Beskar news, since we are a global community show, I have been sourcing some photographs of Beskar to make the perfect emoji from. The pictures he did send us, ironically, were missing the head. His head was not in the photos that he sent me on Friday. So we've worked our way around that, Beskar. Don't worry, there will be a good 6 sides emoji for you coming soon, my friend.
I think we may have merged you with the squirrel.
Yeah, an emoji with the squirrel.
You are now the body for Luthor. Speaking of that, Beskar, if you are, I know we're on a little bit of a time delay, but we're going to have you roll for the Ontos tank that we have on the table. I brought it out because it was going to represent a behemoth, but we're going to have you roll as an Ontos. So I need 5 shots for you on 7s. Can you help us roast this turkey up here in Canada?
Is this who's rolling this?
Beskar.
Only at the 6 Side Studio can you actually roast a turkey in under an hour.
I don't think Beskar knows how to roll dice.
Oh, that could be.
I don't know.
We can use Google if we have to.
Red's in the chat. So hey, hi to Red tonight.
What's up, Red?
Yeah. So tonight too, when we wrap up here, Red, make sure everybody tunes into his channel. They're going to be he's going to be doing an interview with Nathan from Bungle Tech, the guys out in Calgary. So that should be a lot of fun. Nathan's pretty funny, and I listen to his podcast regularly, and they do a good job there with the content that they do.
Yeah, we were actually.
Beskar says he doesn't have dice because he's at work.
Okay.
Oh, Beskar.
All right, I'll roll for you, Beskar, I guess.
Wait, hold on. He says how many dice again?
5.
Or 5 pairs.
5 pairs of
Five.
dice. So you need 10, buddy.
5 dice.
Or 2 5 times.
There you
Or
go.
you can use the
just
Google
cheat.
Dice rolling
Or you
feature.
could just cheat.
Yeah, say just like roll a die.
Roll
and-
five.
I like
12.
the honor system. You know, I didn't think there was that much honor in Australia. Ooh, sorry.
Ooh.
Just kidding, guys.
There we go.
Oh my God.
I mean, the ceiling, the bar was set with the PAX prison colony comments. So I guess.
In terms of Bungle Tech, we actually were listening to Bungle Tech on the ride to go get coffee not too long ago. So it's kind of cool the way that we talk about these things. And then, oh yeah, so somebody else that we're dealing with is on the show. So this community is a lot like BattleTech Inception sometimes when you look at content creators. Everybody here kind of works together and bounces off of each other, be it ideas or be it the fact that almost every major content creator has appeared in one of Tex or Red's videos in the not too.
Yeah, we got everybody out there, all the content creators across the board. We're all friends. We talk regularly, and we try to give so we're not all repeating everything that we all do with one another. So the community has lots of cool stuff. But yeah, we are mostly all in solidarity. Sometimes we have to bring Red back in line because he gets a little bit rambunctious. But aside from that, we do a lot of stuff together. We enjoy helping one another because we think it's better not only for everybody's channel helping each other out, but it's better for the community, right? If you see everybody working together, I think it brings more togetherness as a whole across the board. So yeah, very very important for everybody that is out there to understand that most of the content creators, we're working together in some capacity.
Would
Hey,
you
Paul,
say
Beskar rolled the dice for you and says he
Yes,
sent
we
them
got
to
them.
you. Look at your phone.
Beskar has landed 4 hits on the Turkina.
And
Paul, look at your phone. He's got his dice rolls. Hold on, I gotta
rapidly running out of armor. We're getting down to structure.
one was a through him a crit, no?
One was a through armor crit. So here, I'll roll that one for you. Okay,
Oh,
Beskar?
there's Beskar. No, there's Beskar's rolls. There's Beskar's.
I saw
rolls.
No, we got him.
come on.
We got
I'm
him.
rolling the through armor critical for him because I know there's enough of a time lag that he probably doesn't want to do that again.
when
It's a 7, so that's the motive hit on a Turkina that barely moved to begin with. So, I mean, I'm glad to see that we managed to take the legs before we stuck it in the pot and didn't just decapitate it and let it run around a bit. I know that's a
this
chicken
is so
thing, but-
macabre.
It's
This is
macabre.
terrifying. I'm sorry. This idea of mine was a horror show, literally and figuratively.
All right, so I'll recap things we got coming up here.
And
So
then I'm gonna recap the question of the day.
yes, we'll
because-
get
yeah.
to that at the end there because no one's answered it yet. So
Right.
upcoming this week. Tuck's departing good old Oklahoma, I think, on Wednesday. You're going to see me on Friday night, I believe, right, buddy?
I'll definitely be there on Friday night. The first thing I'm going to do is I leave tomorrow. The first leg is KCMO, and I'm going to stay there for like a day, and then I'm heading up your way. But I'll definitely be there by Friday.
Cool.
Carry
So
on
Tuck's here
my-
Friday with
Oh,
us.
sorry, somebody
We
said
will be
Kansas.
doing Friday Night Aces, and on Friday Night Aces, we promised some of the viewers on this Friday that we would do a tank battle of some sort, tank and infantry. So I will bring out some of the tanks, and I will bring out some of the infantry we got, maybe some power armor, and we'll do something crazy, and we'll get that put together. On Saturday, we will be doing a filming and a live game from, not live on stream, but live game for the community at the Round Table in Guelph. So if you are in the Kitchener-Waterloo area, come out and join us on Saturday. Tuck will be there along with myself. I'll probably drag Tommy out. No, Tommy I think is away this weekend, but he'll be back for the following weekend, I think is what it is.
Yep.
And then on Monday night, we will be traveling, taking the show on the road, and we will be going up to Sir Games-A-Lot, where Henny and Joe are running the game on a weekly basis there, and we will be filming another set of content for Battlebound and Six Sides of Gaming. And then on Wednesday, we will be at the Hairy Tarantula in downtown Toronto with Jesse, who's on Friday Night Aces with us on a regular basis now, and the game we run down there. And we will be doing, again, Battlebound and Six Sides content. And then Friday, the event we've all been talking about is the Anime North Halloween party. Be a few thousand people there, and we will be running, of course, our Critter Tech event that has been posted up online in different social media circles. You can take a look at what we're doing there. And we have Les Mandeville from the Underground Painters Desk, who does a lot of close work with the guys here at Fox Network. He's a good friend of mine. We've been building a lot of terrain and painting miniatures and doing things like that for over the years. Is making some custom versions of the Critter Tech mechs from the CGL sculpts. So he's adding on to them. And then we've designed a baseball stadium that the Critter Techs are going to go into. So we'll make sure we get lots of pictures for that. And of course, there'll be more content filmed there for release at a later date. All this stuff will be edited and condensed down into probably like 30 to 40 minute episodes, so it won't be like our usual stream content. And then on the weekend, we will probably be doing the giant hex, giant hex down at my dad's place, and then filming some content later in the day and getting in trouble with Tommy and the rest of the guys here at Six Sides. And then I think Tuck's here until Tuesday, so we got a few days to have some fun and film more content and get ourselves in trouble. Guys, what's up for you? I'll flip over to you.
All right.
Well,
just before I let Joe into giving us a quick rundown of one of our upcoming events.
Oh, that, yeah.
I just want to reiterate my question of the day, as we are roasting a Turkina in honor of the legendary Jade Falcon that is mentioned in the Jade Turkey Remembrance. Who was the owner / master of the Turkina, the Jade Falcon, to which the mech received its name?
I should stipulate Jade Falcon the animal, not Jade Falcon the clanner.
Yes.
It is a literal Jade Falcon, the bird that the clan was named after.
Can we cook that too?
We can. You can
It
cook
would
the
probably
Jade.
be pretty stringy. I'm not gonna lie.
You could cook the Jade
They're
Falcon
very
clanners
aggressive.
if you want.
Yeah.
And then you'll have the entire clan bearing down on you. It's not that hard, but
Big Red has
Big
got
Red
it.
has the answer. Yep.
Yeah, it was in fact Elizabeth Hazen, first con of the Jade Falcons. What I will ask as well, I do have a two-parter for this. What piece of equipment that a mech is also named for did Turkina deliver to Con Hazen?
okay, I know who. Okay.
No, you don't answer the
Yeah,
question.
You don't
no, I
answer it.
can't,
We,
I can't.
so the way this works is they answer because we know the answers. Except here's the problem: I have no idea what Henny's question, what the answer to Henny's question is here.
I can't say it. Now.
I don't have any idea what the answer to that is. I don't know, the latch to the door. I don't.
A crockett, maybe?
Yeah,
The
that's
int-
true.
You are so close.
there
You
you
have
go.
no idea how close you
There
are.
we go. All right, so
As-
next on the announcements, we've got Joe and
Yeah.
Henny. We'll touch base on the next big thing we got coming up for a little bit later in the year.
Well, yeah. So the Sir Games a Lot community up in Barrie, so northern central Ontario, depending on how you slice that. We're having our first tournament up there. It's going to be an Alpha Strike tournament. The details are finally up. We finally have posted it to. Well, I mean,
It's in the Fox Hyperpulse.
it's in the
Discord.
Fox Hyperpulse. It's been up on a few places. I'm not the one in charge of social media, so
We will put it up on the Fox
Yeah.
page as well.
We do, yeah. We have it up with Fox. We will have it on the store page very soon. I'm just waiting for one of the store management side to signal boost us on that.
yeah.
And we do have the signups available for.
The signups are available through BCP.
Yeah.
And if you've got any questions, it actually the organizers set up an email for it, so it can be reached at the Barry Betchall, spelled one word, no nothing between them, at gmail.com, barrybetchall@gmail.com for any questions about the player pack, hours, whether or not there's parking. There is, but any questions you got, you can send them over there. I'm really excited for that tournament. We've been kind of working as machines getting terrain done in preparation for that.
Nice.
We're probably going to end up with way more terrain than we have tables, but
That's never a bad thing.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
To
it's
have and
not.
not need, the need not have.
In fact, I'm probably not even going to be touching most of my Kickstarter stuff because of the amount of terrain I plan on doing over the next 3 months.
Yeah,
2
so
months.
I think Tuesday we're doing a terrain day this week.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
making
we're doing a
trees.
terrain day. We're making trees. So I'll be up there in Barrie with the guys building a forest or multiple forests
Yeah.
up in Barrie.
if only it were that easy.
So I think that should be about it for tonight. I think there's anything else you guys want to touch on?
For the listeners who may have zoned out for a minute, what's the date on that Barry tournament again?
December 7th.
7th. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Saturday. I'm also going to mention as well, Andrew kind of gave it away there when he memed and was like, the Crockett? Well, yes, the Draconis Combine refers to the Crockett as
Oh!
a katana, and a katana was the thing that, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
I'm
Turkina
trying not to
brought
peek my
Elizabeth
mic.
Hazen. So we do have a few little things to tie up at the end here. Joe, you have to fire, I believe, for an Ostrog,
And a Merlin.
a Merlin, and a Behemoth.
All right.
Oh
Which
Lord! All
You
right.
better hit on a few of these, otherwise we're all getting food poisoning because there's about 8 more before that turkey's cooked.
I got what am I hitting
Lord.
on?
Sevens.
Sevens. That was only one hit from the Ost. Oh no, the Ostrock is 4 dice, or is it 3? Which one did you give me?
4.
4 dice. All right. That's 1 hit for 4 dice. The Merlin is only throwing a pair, and it hits 1. And then the Behemoth's what? 5?
The Behemoth
Ooh.
is 6.
6.
So the Behemoth is a beast at any range. although
It
doesn't
is.
move.
1, 2, 3.
3 hits.
I see one more.
4 hits. Yeah, 4 hits from the Behemoth.
In fact, I see 2 more.
No, those 2 were misses. I counted those twice.
Good job.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
All right, so roll critical, Joe.
I will roll a crit. How does an engine hit on the turkey sound?
Well, it's certainly getting warmer.
There we go.
That'll help it get done faster.
Uh-oh. We're out of things that we are thankful for.
Then we have failed to cook the turkey. That's
oh,
a real
God.
shame.
Oh,
No.
crap.
I am
Hold on.
thankful.
In
I am-
honor of...
hold on. I am thankful that Henny is my XO here, because if he wasn't, I wouldn't have somebody to make fun of on a daily basis. I am also thankful for Andrew being what everybody terms my adopted or illegitimate son, because again, I wouldn't have anybody to make fun of on a regular basis. And then of course Joe. Joe was like a gift from the heavens. Joe, like, I didn't even have to be friends with him. I just make fun of him anyways. But that said, all seriousness, these guys here, I'll put them up on screen. These guys here, last year and this year, okay? Last year, the first year we did Fox Network, these 3 guys, along with several other people, Michael Luong, Jesse K, Scott
You almost call him Scott Bio.
Yeah,
He'd
Scott
probably
Bio, yeah.
love
That's
that
exactly
because
what
he's
I
old
was
enough
just
to get the
thinking.
reference,
The
but-
90s heartthrob.
Austin, Wayne Chang,
80s?
a lot of people, Andrew. We did the first year we did 65 events. That was in 22, and then 23. Sorry, 23. Sorry, and 24. We've done when Christmas hits, we'll be at 173 events that Fox Network has done for the community. That includes live streams, that includes store events. That's, we're somewhere physically doing BattleTech and trying to build community and draw interest to the game and have fun and be a positive vibe for people. So, these guys make that possible. I might come up with the idea, I might be the figurehead of the idea, but these guys make it happen. It's not easy being at a convention, especially when those conventions are not necessarily gaming conventions. We've made a point to go to nerd culture conventions. So we're at the anime cons, we're at the fan expos, we're at the comic conventions, because we're trying to attract and draw in interest from new players, and those conventions are a good place because some of those people do play games, or they have video games or board games or RPGs, and they see our cool tables and the wildness that we do for our adventures and in the scenarios that we do, and it draws them in, and that's important to us. When I was doing our rundown for next year, with all the shows we do, with all our store events, 2025 for Fox Network is going to be 253 public appearances. So we're going to be going about 5 days a week. None of us are burnt out yet.
Right.
But we do have it spread out between everybody. So I do it a couple nights a week. Henny does it a couple nights a week. Joe does it a couple nights a week. Jesse does it a couple nights a week, along with Austin and Scott working in between. And then of course Andrew and Michael and all the rest of the crew are there for the conventions and whenever they can make it. I want to give a big shout out to these guys. Like we're going to be probably 2,000 man hours this year. For volunteering for doing this stuff. So if people are thinking out there, we're making big bucks off this. We do this because we love it, and we want to we want more people to play BattleTech. We want more people to do cool things and have fun and find ways to make new friends and be a part of something special.
We started this to get other people running events that we would want to play in. So that has actually happened. We have people coming up now. We've had different groups split off from the Fox groups, not split off, but different gaming tables have appeared that our guys have started.
Grown from.
Joe
Yeah.
came from
So
that.
you-
Jesse.
You
we've got
became the change you wanted to see in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that's
if you wanted to put it into a T-shirt slogan, that's exactly the way to put it. And speaking of T-shirts, Beskar has just given me the horrific information that everybody at CGL seems to want a shirtless Alaric T-shirt. So that could be something coming to a web store near us. Hopefully not for the foreseeable future. Also, we do have one last chance, I think, to take a crack at the Turkina. I actually forgot I put a Caesar on the table because I wanted to talk about the Legends mechs that we were most thankful for. In my case, it's Marcus Giovanti's Caesar, and I think in Tuck's case, it was the Adam Steiner Axeman.
Yeah.
But I want to give the final chance to the Hoplite that I have on the table, solely because we are doing a very Thanksgiving theme. And if anybody has ever seen the Hoplite, it actually looks exactly like the pumpkin pie container that you get the pumpkin pie in from Costco. So we're going to roll 3 shots from the Hoplite, and I don't have dice over here. Joe, pass me my toxic waste ones because they're like.
Let's see if I can get an angle on these dice.
Get it?
Yeah. Are we getting sick tonight? Are we getting food poisoning? I don't know. I hate seeing a Malthus limp off the field like that. All right, that is
Not a good roll.
nope.
the Turkina limps away with 1 health. We have.
What? No, is that structure crit or not? Or...
Oh yes, I do.
We get one
critical.
more
Hold on.
chance. Will it be a
Roll
Thanksgiving
boxcars.
miracle? Nope.
Nope.
No.
That's a 6. That's a weapon hit.
We're getting
Halfway there.
McDonald's.
How's it
We're
living
getting
up?
we're getting fast food drive-through for Thanksgiving dinner tonight.
Well, that's depressing.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody who came out tonight and joined us on the stream again. Of course, remember to like and subscribe. It's very important for us. Those clicks help bump us up in the algorithm for YouTube content. So it is a huge, huge help to us. We'd like to thank the guys here from Fochts. Of course, we'd like to thank Tuck for being a part of our community. We thank Big Red for what they're doing. And again, Big Red and Nathan from Bungle Tech interview, probably following us fairly quickly here.
Yeah.
Over on Big Red's channel. So everybody rush over there and drive Big Red nuts. We're going to do that on the car ride home back to Toronto. We'll put him on in the car while I'm driving, and the guys can torment him to death. Any final words from you guys?
Nope, we got to get out of the way. Or, sorry, these guys can. I'm not giving any final words because I'm too wordy, and we got to get out of the way because we are being Red's opening act tonight, and we need him to go do his thing.
So I'm gonna just end this off with: be the reason your local tournament organizer adds a rules clarification.
Yeah, there you go.
You were definitely that, Andy.
Nothing else.
I had a mushy spiel about what I'm thankful for on Thanksgiving. The very, very short version is that thanks to BattleTech, I was actually at Thanksgiving dinner with friends that I made through this game, and I have to promote them from just BattleTech buddy to just friend, which is a great thing to say that I was able to do. That's the truncated version.
That's the truncated version. Well, Tuck, any final words, brother?
I am super excited to come see you guys in a little while, so I'm looking very forward to that trip. That's one of the things I'm also very grateful for, is the opportunity to come up there and meet new people, play some games with you guys, and finally get to see you in person.
Awesome. Well, again, remember, like and subscribe. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And we will see you on Friday night. Oh, no, sorry, no, Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, Friday night. Friday night will be the next stream, Friday Night Aces.
Yeah.